to read his piece, Self-Organising Symmetry. Lachlan is a 27-year-old emerging writer and musician from Brisbane. He has been writing memoir and poetry since he was a teenager and is a first-year creative writing student at QUT. In his musical practice, he has shared stages with Troy Cassar-Daley, Gareth Liddiard, Lydia Lunch, and the Garden and Ben Wallers. His writing is interested in the new weird form, hoping to highlight the unique strangeness of human experience and our perceived reality. Thank you, Lachlan.
Just very briefly, as of Wednesday, I'm now a 28-year-old emerging writer. I'm actually in my second year now. In mathematical terms, the noise of almost all systems is described as 1 over f, or, when represented on a graph relating to the visible light spectrum, pink. Pink noise is the atonal, clouded hum of everything. It is ubiquitous to all physical and biological systems. As a mathematical equation, it has been shown to correlate to patterns in human DNA sequences, music, gravitational waves, and climate change data. Pink noise generators are used in neonatal units to comfort premature babies. Pink noise is clothes on the line, a frog pond, water falling down, the lights on, a wind turbine, breathing in utero, crickets, circular saw, a head on the ground humming sound, heartbeat. Pink surrounds you at this exact moment and will for the rest of your life. The march started well. I was nervous when I first arrived, but I soon felt lost in a comforting way among them all. I moved throughout the mass of people. The sound of them in between chants reminded me of sleeping under tables in the restaurant when I was 3 or 4, a very human murmur. Together we drummed along and snaked our way into the streets. Everything seemed okay, but just before it started, the noise shifted. The air was different. I heard a few people say that cops had used some kind of jammer, causing our phones to switch off. I heard someone else say it was to prevent a terrorist attack, but really it just meant that no one could film them. I was near the front when it turned ugly. We were thrown into the belly of the beast that was just chewing the fuck out of dozens of people. All was confusion, sounding sharper and rising in energy. People started grabbing for anything they could get a hold of, scraping their heels along the asphalt, trying to stop the march, and yet behind them pushed a thundering mass, surging the crowd forward. I could hear it bending, about to snap. Nearby, I saw a man lying across a stormwater drain, wheezing and pleading. I could even see cracked ribs through the rips in his shirt. The chaos consumed us both, whipping all around like wind or fire. Someone threw a brick at a cop's head, a wet thud on impact. The bitter taste of smoke and blood, the crowd felt it. Without anyone saying so, we all knew the fight was lost the moment they started shooting. I was hopeful that this could mean war. It would feel more honest for the state to formally declare itself our enemy. This is it, I thought. This is how the end begins. Between each thunderclap of munitions, it occurred to me that everyone there, the crowd, the cops, was transient and yet undeniably present, like a noise, or rather, the noise was in everything, even the electricity of our thoughts. They were gravity, and the resistance of them scraped and clanged, and we resonated beautifully against them. My heart was thundering, panting, roaring in my ears, the haze of sound. I joined in the screaming cacophony. All around me, I was part of a huge network. It was important not to matter anymore. I was feeble on my own. It didn't matter if I was arrested or killed or worse. I was there, and I heard it. I pushed in.